been shoot a couple months since I actually made a how-to video. So today I figured we'll take some time and make a how-to. It's some sort of soft tail fender. Here's the width we're going for. You have to match this width. And this is the fender that we're starting with. So I don't know if you can tell or not, but I made little center gouges here. I'm going to clean the paint off after I actually cut this. So you can either A, cut this on the bandsaw how I'm going to do it, or you can B, do a tape line and then hit it with a grinding wheel. But I'm going to start off, I'll tape it and then go from there. All right, here's what we're left with. 2 halves. And now, since it's easier to move, and I've already got my cut done, I'm gonna clean all the paint off here. I'm gonna use a wire wheel, and we'll see how thick this was that they actually laid. It doesn't seem like it's too much, it's so poppy. So, hope for the best. We'll wire wheel off, I don't know, maybe 2 inches around each half. Then come back and I'll do one more straight line on each one. We'll sand them down so they're perfect, and then we'll get our filler piece in there. Okay, so here we are, all prepped, both sides. You can see I cleaned the inner, clean the outer. So I want to show you guys what I did real quick. These fenders weren't perfectly flat, so I ran Dykem on it, and then I used an etching tool and etched a line all the way around it so it was perfectly straight. So when it goes back together, there's no weird warping, because this fender before was thicker on the bottom, skinny in the center, and thicker on the end. So now it'll be even all the way through. Same here. Just strip we're going to put in the center. Just a 2-inch piece of mild, and we'll tack it up and start welding. Well, I might have screwed the video up. I ended up having people come last night right in the middle of this, and realized that it wasn't recording the last half. But nonetheless, you can see here's our added strip all the way down the center. It's all just tacked in right now. So what I'm going to do now is come in and finish weld it. But the thing with these fenders is if you do just continuous bead on one side, you'll warp it. So you got to hop around a lot. It's kind of like doing framework. So start down here, I'll do a 2-inch stitch, come up here and 2-inch, 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 and just work my way all the way around it. And I probably won't do all 70 RS2 filler out on this. I'll probably run the majority of it in silicone bronze, since there's so many tacks. This is a lot thicker than normal chopper fenders, so it was even thicker than 14 gauge. So somewhere right in the middle there. But yeah, gonna set up and start finish welding this. Alright, about 50 passes later, all fenders welded all the way around. I didn't use bronze on this one. It's thick enough where I don't think I'm gonna have any problem warping it. I took long enough in between cool times. I let it cool 2 different times. So while this last bead is cooling, I got a couple little spots to fill here, so I'm gonna prep these. Then I'll come back and work on the top in just a minute here. Here she is. all extended, done, smoothed down. Like I said, this fender I'm not going for a perfect finish, but usually you can see in some little lows in here. The other thing too, if you're gonna grind your welds, make sure you're getting full penetration or you'll, end up having to fix it later. But usually I'd come back, fill these, planishing hammer them all out, then I can work it from there and make sure it's all perfect and smooth. But this one is an ASAP job and they didn't care. It's all getting painted, they're just gonna float it. But yeah, that's turning a 7-inch fender into a 9-inch.